This is the Morning Swim Show for Monday, February 8th, 2010. I'm your host, Peter Bush, in the Finis Monitor. In just a moment, we'll talk to Jack Brown. Brown was last week's College Swimmer of the Week, the senior at the University of Arizona, trying to lead the Wildcats to another national championship. Jack joins us right now in the Finis Monitor from Tucson. Jack, how you doing?
Doing pretty well, Peter. How are you?
Good. Last time we had you on the show, it was right after the U.S. Open last year, in the peak of the high-tech swimsuit controversy, and you decided to inspire the field of finalists in the men's 200 IM to wear briefs anyway. So you getting used to that feeling?
Yeah. It's kind of a cool feeling to be rid of the suits and be back to the jammer and brief age. And the textile suits, it's kind of reinvigorated the sport in a lot of different ways.
All right, well, the Wildcats, the men's team at least, is on a serious roll lately. You've beaten Cal, Stanford, and Texas in the past few weeks. Swimming with a lot of confidence, it looks like.
Yes, it's been really exciting. It's kind of, we have a feeling in Tucson that's on our team that's just, we feel very close and we feel like we have a lot of confidence, and it was really exciting to go up into the Bay and beat Stanford and Cal in a very dramatic dual meet, and then kind of carry that confidence into Texas. And we felt like since we were undefeated that we wanted to really kind of make a statement. So it's been really exciting so far.
Well, both meets against Cal and Texas were still really close. So I personally, going into March, view it as a race between you three teams, Stanford, Auburn. I mean, I think there's 5 or 6 teams that could win this thing. I think it's a wide open year. How do you view it?
I would totally agree with that statement. I think that there are a ton of teams in the NCAA that are going to make a push to, you know, as we say, get in the wood, which is the top 4 places. I think that there's teams all over the country that are capable of winning this year, and I think that ultimately it's just going to come down, no matter how, I mean, it's very cliche, but to who wants it more, and to who shows up at the end of March ready to race and kind of shows the most heart and has the most depth, and to finish with the console heats and just to get people in the finals. And I think that ultimately it's just going to be a really, really tight meet this year and really exciting.
Talk about the addition of Clark Burkle to this team this year.
Clark and I go way back. We swam in the same section and we swim the same events, both IMs and breaststroke. And so he and I have been really competitive, our entire careers. And I think that him coming out here has done a lot for our IM group. Kind of added a new flair to it, kind of to mix things up a little bit. He's a great trainer. He swims with a lot of heart, in the meets and stuff, and he's been a real asset to this team. Not just in terms of the points he scored, but in kind of the attitude he brings and fresh perspective, and kind of just someone fun to race and practice on a daily basis.
Now, I know that one of your goals since you came to Arizona was to set a school record. And the 400 IM being your baby event was one you had your eyes set on. And Chad Carvin had the record before you. And I understand that after you broke it, there was a kind of a funny story behind, it being etched in history, so to speak. Tell us about that story.
Well, as they were kind of renovating our pool and whatnot, they had the people come in who were going to do the signs. And the first day they managed to get all the women's board done, because of the suits. It was kind of there were a bunch of changes to it. And then of the men's board, there was, they kind of started from the bottom up, and I remember seeing some of the other people's names go up before mine, and right before they took a lunch break, they started on mine, and they got the J and the A and the C up there, and then they stopped. And I just remember, finishing practice and having seen the J and the JAC and just waiting to kind of see the rest, and then they just left the pool deck, and I was just kind of, well, I guess I'll have to wait till this afternoon. The other part of that story is that a week after it got done, a bird somehow managed to land its droppings right on my name, and Adam Ritter made sure to never let me live that one down either. So
I did not know that part of the story.
Yeah, that's kind of the untold edition.
Well, maybe they can wipe the slate clean again this year and rewrite it, and who knows.
I'll have to tag Adam Ritter back for his 200 IM record for all that teasing.
Well, Jack, best of luck in March, and thanks again for coming on the show.
All right, thank you very much.
All right, that's Jack Brown joining us from Tucson, and that is it for the show today. Stanford star Kate Dwelly on the show tomorrow. Until then, I'm Peter Bush, reminding you to keep your head down at the finish.